Hey Cancer, welcome to April 2018. I am keeping these short and sweet, just like last month, without any fancy editing. And I shuffled the cards before I started the video also, just to save myself some time because we are still in the process of moving from Pennsylvania to North Carolina. I think that we did actually just find our new place to live this past weekend, so that's very exciting. Let me think. Any announcements? Okay, so between March 22nd to April 15th, and actually I'm going to extend that out to April 30th, I'm closing my doors on private readings. So if you would like a private reading with me, you're going to have to wait until the beginning of May at this point. Okay? And I think that's pretty much it. Still working on name change for my biz, but I will make an official announcement when we get there. Okay, Cancer? So we're just going to get right into it. Here we go. And I'm going to zoom in here. Oop. Okay, so this is how it laid out for me. Facing me, these are all reversed. So I'm actually going to rotate them so you can see what it looks like, from your perspective, how it actually laid out. So we have 4 reversal cards, and I feel like what this means for you this month is you have an opportunity here to flip this in another direction. Like there's a choice that you need to make. The choice that you make decides which way the cards are going to go, whether they're all going to be reversed or whether they're going to be upright. And I'll explain what that means as we go along as well. So we have let me think, which way was it? Oh, it's this way. Okay. We have the High Priestess, which is the second card in the Major Arcana. We have the Ace of Cups, the Fool, which is the 0 card, which could be the beginning or the end in the Major Arcana, and then the 3 of Pentacles. And because they were all reversed, I did actually also look at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes I do that. I don't all the time, but just because they were all reversed, it made me feel like I needed to peek at the bottom of the deck here. So we also have the 4 of Pentacles hiding under there as well for a little, like, unconscious message, I guess you could say, of what's, like, the underlying reason for all the reversals, I feel, at least. Okay, so back to your cards. Let me just re-angle them. Sorry about that. I just wanted to show you real quick. Okay, so this is what's going on here. We have the High Priestess in reverse. When she's upright, she is totally in touch with her intuition. She's connected. She has tapped into her wisdom rather than her ego, and is finding the balance between things in order to make her decisions. She's very connected to her spiritual side. This is usually depicted as a religious figure, and in this deck it's a witch with like an oracle, reading your crystal ball or your runes or your tarot cards. She's very connected to her spiritual side and to her intuition, and she understands the importance of utilizing that aspect of herself to bring things into fruition for herself. But it's in reverse. So it's like we've tapped into our ego rather than our intuition. We're not spiritually connected. we're trying to force the cards to give us the answer that we want. Like sometimes tarot readers themselves can get caught in their ego a little bit if they're reading for themselves specifically, where you get an answer from the cards that you don't want, and so you shuffle the deck, and then you try to do it all over again, and then you get basically the same message just with a different card, and you're like, no. no, and you keep trying to manipulate the outcome of the situation, and it doesn't work like that. From where you are in this moment, this is what your outcome will most likely be, basically. And like trying to force it to be something other than that is impossible, So like trying to be in control of everything in your life, that's a very egotistical place to be. So that's the energy of the High Priestess in reverse from my perspective. So then we have the Ace of Cups, and when she's upright, she's providing like an opportunity for emotional healing. In reverse, there's a block here. There's an emotional block here. There's a feeling of overwhelm. There's a feeling of not like turning down this opportunity to break down this block that's deep within you. There's something emotional, there's an emotional block within you that you are not willing to address. So that's the vibe of the Ace of Cups. The Fool in reverse is like the Fool upright could be I'm starting a new adventure, or I'm leaving something behind and going on to something better. I'm not sure what exactly that is, but I just feel it in my bones. I know that I'm onto something great, and I'm putting my faith in the universe, and I'm trusting that where I'm headed is for my highest good. In this direction, it's in reverse. It can be I'm trying to manipulate my future. I'm being completely inconsiderate of others and their feelings in this situation, and I'm just cutting them off cold turkey and just moving forward in my life, and just kind of burning bridges in my path in a way. Not ending things on a good note, or being manipulated down a path that you weren't planning for yourself also. So, that's where the Fool comes in, where being coerced into something that you believe is good for you, but really isn't. It's just all about like coming from a place of ego for all of these, when these are all in reverse. Then we have the Three of Pentacles. Here it's like, being cautious of what it being creative, yes, but also like paying attention to what you're doing and making sure that you're getting it right now before you move forward to your next step. Because if she's trying to create this pentacle here, she's trying to create like the perfect design for it so that it can be put into print or turned into money, turned into coins. And you want to make sure that you get the design correct now in this phase before you start to replicate it numerous times, and then you find the flaw there, and then it's like, okay, well, I just wasted all this money making this, so we have to chuck all of this and start from scratch. So making sure that you're getting it right now, and also making sure that you're working together with others rather than on your own. So here in reverse, it'd be like Um, there's like this selfishness and very self-absorbed kind of energy where you feel like you're the only one that can make this work the way you want it to, and you're pushing people away, and you're like not willing to work with others at all. Um, just being in this like self-absorbed energy, and believing that you're the only one who knows what's right, and to get to the next phase. So as you can see, these all come from a very egotistical place. um, I had this thought in my mind of just because like some of my other videos I tried some different makeup, and I know that like my hair is a little bit messy because it's growing out, my bangs are growing out, and whatever. And I find that before I'm doing a reading for a certain sign, I kind of like get the vibe of whatever it is that they're feeling for that month. And today I'm like doing my makeup and stuff and my hair, and I'm like thinking like maybe I should ask what my viewers think, if they like my hair with if they like it when I have bangs or without bangs or whatever. And then I was thinking like, you know what, I'm not even gonna give a shit either way. If they like it or not, I'm just gonna do what I want. So like, yeah, sure, I'll be willing to hear your advice, but I'm gonna do what I want regardless, so why even bother asking? It sounds really ridiculous to say out loud, but that was the thought process that I was getting, and I feel like that's the vibe of Cancer this month, where it's like, yeah, maybe I'll hear your advice, but I'm gonna do what I want regardless, and I'm like really not gonna care what you have to say no matter what. And that's kind of like the vibe that I'm hearing from this. Maybe you'll pretend to hear what other people have to say in a teamwork, in a group environment, or just like, or with one other person. But when it comes down to it, you're just doing what you want to do, no matter what. So in reverse, all of these are it comes from a place of ego. So it's like, what is motivating you this month? And I feel like that's where this card comes in. It feels like I have noticed with Cancer in the past, people I know, and with the cards in the past, that when you, and this actually also applies to Capricorn too, but like when you feel like you are not in control of anything else in your life, you will buckle down and get fully focused on your finances and like go head first into making sure that you have enough for yourself, so that you feel like you don't need anyone but yourself. Like you don't need to rely on anyone but yourself. And I feel like that's where this ego energy is coming from, where like you're very focused on protecting what you own, protecting your material items, or protecting your finances this month, being like coming from a very selfish place. Think like Scrooge McDuck here. Like he's got all the money in the world, but he's just gonna sit on it, That's the kind of vibe I get with this card, and I feel like that's what's motivating you this month. But this is what the message is when we flip it in reverse. Let me show you what it says in reverse for you. So when this is in reverse, and this really all depends on how you approach this month, like what you're going to motivate yourself with this month. And your choice is between putting your faith in the physical items of the world, putting your faith in what you see in front of you, or putting your faith in spirit and in the universal laws, and in your God, your Gaia, your goddess, your, whatever faith you have in this world, putting yourself into that rather than into this is going to make the difference between how this month pans out for you. When it's upright, it's saying when you work with others and you trust that spirit is guiding you to create exactly what you need for yourself, you'll be able to move forward with complete faith, starting out just putting, trusting in the process and allowing yourself to work with others either in this world or with your spiritual team. Allowing yourself to receive the advice of others and hear them out so that you can create something better together, whether it's with real people or if it's with your spiritual team for yourself. Coming from that place is going to help to open this new door for you, because really what's underneath this card here is the Two of Wands. So there's like this opportunity to move forward in faith, trusting that the universe is going to provide for you, feeling like you have the whole world in your hands, and like stepping through a gateway here also is like what the Two of Wands is about. But the Fool, moving forward, not knowing what's coming next, but trusting that it's going to work out for you, trusting that the universe will provide for you, taking a leap of faith, is going to provide you the opportunity to release those blocks that have been holding you back for so long. To really allow yourself to dive deeper into those emotions and why they're there, and heal them for good. Or someone is going to come into your life that may be some kind of spiritual healer that will be able to work with you, and help you to address those issues, or a therapist, or opportunities to address those emotions are going to come up. And when you start this month by putting your faith in, believing that people aren't going to screw you over, believing that the universe is going to guide you, taking that leap of faith and moving forward in your life is going to provide you with this opportunity to heal something once and for all. And this is like a temporary opportunity, so you really need to scoop this up now while it's here. It'll come back around at some point in your life, but you might as well embrace it while it's here and address it. And that's going to open your intuitive side more significantly. I know that I said last month that I feel like you guys are on the edge of some stronger psychic abilities, and I really feel like this is your opportunity to take your intuitive side to the next level, to take those abilities that you have within you. You may not feel like you do or not, but I feel that for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you guys have something dormant within you that's waiting to come out into this world, to be shared for healing, So you need to start this month with faith, with putting your faith in something greater than yourself, and trusting that, Spirit is going to lead you where you need to go. Because this is where you're headed. That connectedness to your spirituality, like a true connection where you really, really feel it. You know, in the beginning of the month, you may have to like kind of pretend a little bit in a way, like utilizing your imagination and, putting your belief into it, knowing that it's there, trusting that it's there, but you might not necessarily feel it, completely, but that's where you need to start. And then and take that leap of faith and that opportunity for true healing towards the middle of the month, towards the end of the month, right after Mercury retrograde. It seems like this is when that opportunity for healing is going to come along. And really taking advantage of it and just putting your emotions in it and allowing yourself to feel truly and deeply and just express it and get it out. It doesn't have to be at someone. It could be by yourself. Maybe you need to watch a sad, sappy movie just to get it flowing, but get it out, write it out, scream it out, paint it out, sing it out, however you feel like you need to express it. But this is an opportunity to get into it this month, and I strongly recommend that you do, because you're starting here, believing but not truly feeling. Towards the end of the month, once you release this block, you will feel it strongly. You will feel that connectedness to something greater than yourself very strongly towards the end of the month. So how do you want to approach this month? With your ego and focusing on material things, or with spirit and giving yourself the opportunity to grow, to gain some wisdom on your life and find that deeper meaning and take yourself to that next level. There's a leveling up here. Okay, Cancer? I hope that you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you in May. Have a wonderful April. Take care.